Hi, fourth grade, and welcome to Science Gizmos with Mr. G. Once you have logged in using the login information I have sent on Class Dojo to your parents or yourself if you have a Class Dojo account, once you're logged in, you're going to see that we have a full list of all of the gizmos that we'll be doing this next 2 weeks. Today we're going to be starting with our circuit builder for day 1, so you're going to want to click launch or just click right on circuit builder, as that's what's assigned in our classroom. So very simply, a circuit is what we use to create a flow of electricity, to create things like light, or use in your electronics like a microwave, or even in your cell phone. They use small circuits inside with batteries. So this is really looking at how electricity flows through these tiny little pieces of atoms called electrons, which we have here, which we can look at. We're going to be seeing different kind of combinations and the things that can be used to transmit electricity and be a conductor. So I'm going to start off with a very simple circuit. So you can see I have wires coming off. I'm going to have a wire come here. I'm going to have a wire come here. A wire come here. I'm going to put my light bulb here. And you'll notice that as this wire comes here, even though this wire on this side is attached to this light bulb, notice the light bulb is not lit up. That is because I have to complete the circuit all the way around. And you can see the light bulb is there. That's because the electrons have to flow in and through these wires into the light bulb, then they come back in. It's almost like a stream or a river, which is very interesting. So you can see how the electrons are flowing. They come just like this, but if I were to take this out or move it, you'll notice that the electrons aren't flowing in. But if I move it back in, it flows through. This is how all electricity works with things even like telephone wires, for electricity for your house, or anything that you have even in the batteries in your phones, and a number of other things. You can also make this more complicated with, for instance, a switch. Turn that switch off. I'm going to add a wire. Now what the switch does is it stops. It separates the little wire inside of the switch from being connected. But if I turn it on, the electrons move. Off, the electrons stop moving. On and off. Now, what I can do, for instance, with this fuse here, is that it helps electricity flow through it. Now, fuses are used in many different ways. Fuses are helped to transmit electricity. Fuses are oftentimes used in complex electronics because fuses can help create individual pathways. For instance, in your car, that might go towards just the blinkers in your car, the headlights, or the taillights, or your wipers, or your stereo. They help check the condition of all those. Another thing that we want to look at is things that transmit electricity. So I'm going to get rid of this wire here. And we have different materials here. We have iron, brass, yarn, a yarn, copper, plastic, silver, wood, and mechanical pencil lead. So we're going to look at the different things that might transmit electricity. So I'm first going to try glass to see if glass transmits electricity. I'm going to turn on my switch. And you notice that no electricity flows this way through the glass. And remember, it only flows one way. And it can't flow this way to the light bulb because it won't make a complete circuit. So this glass does not conduct electricity. But if I were to put a piece of iron in here, it does. So I want you to experiment building different kinds of circuits. I want you to experiment seeing the different kind of combinations you can make. And when you've done experimenting with everything here and creating different versions of it, I would like you to come down here and complete this assessment. And they'll show you these pictures, and you might want to try building these yourself to determine the answers. So for instance, this one says, if all 4 switches below are turned on, because you can see their switches are off, which light bulb will light up? W is for wood, S is for silver, and Y is for yarn. And there are 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. You're going to complete them, and then I want you to check your answers, and this will record the work for me that I'll be the checking for your participation. We're going to go over one of these every day, and I have some really exciting ones for you guys in the next coming days, and I hope you enjoy this. If you have any difficulty with this, I have office hours every Monday, Wednesday, Friday Additionally, you can dojo me and I can help work through with it there because I know this is new for a lot of students. I look forward to seeing your work, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.